From the Fox River in Aurora, Illinois, identified on road maps by an empty shot glass, Hollywood Casino presents On the Air with Mike North. Tonight's guest, NBA all-time great Wilt Chamberlain. And now, your host, the award-winning Score Radio's Monster of the Midday, just leave a tip in his brandy snifter, Mike North!
All right. What's up, buddy? What's going on? Paul, what's happening? How are you, sweetheart? All right. Look at Shaky. Whoa. All right. What a night tonight. What a night. A cast of thousands.
Yeah, it's better than Bozo.
I'm Mike North from the Score Sports Radio 1160. Welcome to Hollywood Casino. Say hello to John Shaky Suntress.
How are you, Mike?
I'm great, Shaky. Can't go wrong.
No.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
It's
hey,
like Pavlov's dogs. It's an automatic response. You can't help it.
The Cubs and Sox are starting to roll now.
Yay!
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 Things are going good.
Yeah.
But you know what?
What?
I'll tell you what, by July, I'm fearful. I'm fearful.
Why?
Well, you know what? I just feel that they're on a hot streak right now. They're up to one game a week. They're winning one game a week. I'm worried. I'm afraid they might be tired.
They're as hot as a wet match right now. What are you talking
about?
Well,
you know what? I think things are going to get better. I really do. Things are going to be fine. We're hot tonight because our guest is Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah. You know, I talked to Wilt last night. Wilt had told Jesse Rogers, the guy who set this whole thing up, that he hadn't been in Chicago in like 20, 25 years.
Wow.
So I decided, to be a good guy, and I said, hey, why don't you come over to Pappyland? I call him up at the hotel. Come on over to Pappyland. Now, here's a guy that landed like a half hour. I already got plans, Mike.
Well, the sad thing is he was probably going to Mr. Kelly's or something like that, seeing as he has been here 25
down to
years.
Mr. Kelly's, which has been closed for about 10,
30
15
years.
years.
Exactly.
30 years. Probably wanted to go see the old Chicago Stadium where he played his games.
Exactly.
Gone. A lot of things have changed. He probably never saw the Sears Tower.
When did they put that up? When
yeah, what is
from?
that? The Prudential Building used to be the largest building when I was here.
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great time tonight, Shaky. I saw you standing next to Wilt Chamberlain. And you know what? It sort of reminds you of the days when him and Hal Greer were teammates. You know what I mean?
It's like the number 10, isn't it?
That's
He's
exactly
the 1
right.
on the 0. Yeah, it's not good.
Number 10? No, it's not. You guys were like a number 10. Hey, we're going to be back with Wilt Chamberlain live at Hollywood Casino in a minute. Thanks, Shaky. Yeah.
Crystal clear, Amoco Ultimate, a premium gasoline.
Crystal clear.
So clearly refined, so carefully designed. Amoco Ultimate. Ah, yeah.
Pump, pump, pump it up and fill it up. Pump, pump, pump it up.
Crystal Clear Amoco Ultimate for people who care about their cars.
The Chicago O'Hare Hilton is the only hotel at O'Hare Airport, making it the most convenient for business travelers. Hotel rooms come with a minibar, fax machine, and extra computer phone lines. Unwind in the pool, jacuzzi, or work out in our full-service athletic club. Located at O'Hare Airport means no public transportation. That's why we say no muss, no fuss, no bus. Remember, the Chicago O'Hare Hilton, convenient for you, good for your business.
They just reel off an 18-yard run. He goes, oh, that's a break for the Packers, and it's offsetting. No, it isn't, knucklehead. They gained 18
Same
yards.
Score station, new Score location, now 24 hours a day. The Score, Sports Radio 1160.
All right, we're live at Sports Channel, Hollywood Casino. I'm Mike North. Let me just go over a list of things that this guy has accomplished. 100 points in a game. 1 year average 50 points, 25 rebounds in a game. Played every minute of every game one season, averaged 48.5 minutes because he played in all the overtimes. Never fouled out of a basketball game. 2-time world champion. The guy is an All-American from the University of Kansas. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Wilt Chamberlain.
Thank you.
Give him a hand. This guy's the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. First of all, when does Rodman have to have his coat back? Right?
First of second of all, you invited me out last night to, you know.
Right.
But I met someone in the airport on my way. You understand? Even though I haven't been here in 20 years. You understand?
That's what struck me. Wilt says, Mike, I haven't been here in 20 years. He goes, give me a call in about an hour. Maybe I'll come by the house.
Yeah.
We'll have a little dinner. We'll watch the basketball game. I call him back an hour later. He goes, I got plans. I got plans.
Right.
Let me ask you something. How much work was it for you really to get a woman, though? I mean, you're Wilt Chamberlain. You didn't have to even have a rap, did you? You didn't have to have a rap. You show up on Wilt
I
Chamberlain.
have this thing, you know, TDH, which is my label. Tall, dark, and handsome. But wait. But 2 out of 3 is not bad, right?
That's exactly right. Well, we know you're tall, and we definitely know you're dark.
Well, and that's not how it goes, no.
No, that's...
it's handsome and dark. Tall is a relative term. You're talking about those high buildings you now have here?
Right.
They're tall.
They are tall. Let me ask you something, Wilt. The one thing that's always constantly amazed me is in 1957, by the way, I know the old captain of your Kansas team, Bob Hickman.
Whoa.
Bobby Hickman is
from
still
Indiana.
in town.
Yeah,
Right.
but he's in jail now or something?
Well, he's going to court right now. I didn't know you knew that.
Yeah, I'm afraid I do. Yeah.
I don't know why you got to bring this stuff up. I just wanted to pass that and just gloss over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all right, okay.
How does a guy from the heart of Philadelphia end up in Kansas in 1957? How much money did they pay your ass to get you to Kansas? How much did they give you?
Well, I'm going to tell you this right here. They paid me a lot less than Indiana offered me, Dayton offered me, and all the rest offered me. I went there because there was a guy named Fog Allen, Dr. Farr C. Allen, who was the greatest coach in basketball at that time. Plus, I was a track and field athlete in high school, and they had a wonderful track and field program. So really, it came down to the love of those two sports, which is why I was there. Money had nothing to do with it.
You know, they talk, yeah, okay. Usually they talk about, you know, the black athletes talk about the problems they had with integration and everything else. I can imagine Kansas wasn't too pleasant a place in 1957.
It was not the worst place, and it was not the best place, and I actually feel very happy to say that I had a great deal to do at that time with helping to integrate some of the restaurants which didn't allow me in them and so forth.
Who was going to throw you out?
Well, that was part of the deal. Yeah, but actually, Attorney General of the state of Kansas was my coach's son. And so he was kind of on my side, and the two of us together did a lot of good things there.
You know, let's talk about first your career, okay? It spanned a long, long time. I mean, you were playing ball from 61 all the way to the early 70s. You played with the 72 Lakers.
59 actually is when I started. Yeah, 50, 60,
You count the
70.
Globetrotters as pro ball?
No, but 59 was my first year with the Philadelphia Warriors. I played 59 was my first year, 59-60.
Did you run into any problems because of your race on the road, at the hotels and stuff like that?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. In fact, my first year, we had 33 or 36 exhibition games because the owners were trying to make money through exhibitions. So they would send us in areas that really weren't quite, you know.
Advantageous.
Yeah, advantageous for me. And I remember the first time I came across, when I came out of playing a game, there was nowhere to eat and nowhere to go. So I called the owner back up in Philadelphia. I said, well, if there's another incident like this, I'm leaving. I'm going back because I was with the Globetrotters. So I'm going to go back to the Globies. So from then on in, they kind of made sure that situations were much more amenable.
Well, let me ask you about playing in the 60s in the NBA. I mean, people think, you know, they will turn on the TV now and they see full stadiums and stuff like that. They see the marketing. They see, you know, all the board advertising and stuff like that. I mean, in 1962, 63, I got to believe, except for maybe you and a couple other guys who filled the house, the league was in trouble, wasn't it?
Very much so. In fact, you know, the game I scored 100 points, which was in Hershey, Pennsylvania, which was a neutral court game. And we had these neutral court games because it was like we couldn't always fill our own. There was 4,060 people there.
Okay.
And people now read that number, 4,000. Jesus, there was nobody there. Well, that 4,000, ladies and gentlemen, was a lot of people.
For that time?
Yeah, for that time.
Well, let me ask you about the 100 points.
Yeah.
I guess the night before you scored the 100 points, you did a little boogieing. I understand you had no sleep, basically. Is this true? You were out cabareting too much, did a little night clubbing.
Some people play better tired. You know what I'm saying? You're more relaxed. You're more relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Things your
So
mind's
you had
not
been
clouded.
nightclubbing the night before. You'd been at some nightclubs. You did some dancing.
Yeah,
you didn't
right.
drink at the time, did
I
you?
didn't drink, no, but I did love the boogie and dance and so on and so forth.
And
so
you went back to the hotel.
no, and see, no, I was stopped that. I was.
Well, you had to start with the 20,000 somewhere.
Well, look,
you didn't start like in 1969.
It's just a number. It's just a number. But if you want to start starting, kindergarten was the time to start. You understand? So that's that. But what I'm saying is, I lived in New York.
Right.
And I commuted to Philadelphia. So I was like up all night.
You didn't even live in the town that you played in?
No, I lived in New York City, man.
So what time did you have to
Would you take New York City over Philadelphia?
Well, yes, I would, but what time
right,
did you have to live? What time did the game start back in
The
those
game
days?
started at 7:30, but I had to come into from New York to Philadelphia.
So what time did you leave?
I left in the morning about 9 o'clock because we had to come in, be there at 12 o'clock, catch a bus from Philadelphia, a bus to Hershey, Pennsylvania, which is about a 3-hour ride, and my friends were all talking, and we got there at 3:30 in the afternoon. Now, there was no hotel for us to stay at because we saved money in those days.
Right.
You didn't stay at hotels. You went right to the arena and spent 4 or 5 hours. And there was a penny arcade there, which I went shooting rifles and I was just killing everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so for 4 hours we spent some time and doing that, and then, you know, we went out there and played.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break. Before we go, though, how much would you be worth right now if you were 22 years old coming into the league with the talent that you had? How much would you be getting a year?
Well, I was a pretty bodacious character. I would have probably asked the owners to give me the team and let me pay them.
Okay. We're going to be back with more Wilt Chamberlain, the legend, the Hall of Famer, live at Hollywood Casino right after this. Beautiful. Hey, I'm with Tino Antonacci, the owner of my favorite place, Basta Pasta. How you doing, Tino?
How are you doing?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you how I'm doing. I'm hungry. Let's start eating. Hey, how about some calamari? Come on, try this. Come on. You like that?
Have a little sausage, Mike.
Sausage?
There you go.
Oh, man. You know what? I like the toasted raviolis. Come on, try that. Good? Remember, if you like pasta,
You'll love.
Basta Pasta in Edison Park.
Welcome to the luxury of Lark Venetian Blind and Shade Company, serving you for over 40 years and offering you in-home consultation and professional installation with an emphasis on quality workmanship. Lark will show you the very latest styles in draperies, shutters, and duets, as well as vertical blinds and mini blinds. Estimates are always free and evening appointments are available. Call us at 312-777-5350, where your Visa and MasterCard are always welcome.
Live at Hollywood Casino, Mike North with the great Wilt Chamberlain. And Wilt, first of all, I got to say that, you know, I usually ask the guys that come on about their families. But who the hell knows how many kids you got? I mean, let's talk about that.
Well, I tried to claim about 2,000 on my last, a tax form, but it didn't work. You know, it didn't work.
Hey, you know what? I read some about you that you don't really go to sleep at night.
Right.
You never do. You go to sleep at 5 in the morning and sleep till like 12 in the afternoon?
I'm like a reverse vampire. Yeah.
Okay,
right.
so
yeah.
no matter what, I mean, in your playing days, was it the same way?
Same way. Same thing.
And you
same
never
way.
got out of that?
Yeah, I never got out of that habit. And the habit was formed very easily because when you finished playing at 10 o'clock, took 2 or 3 hours for you to, like, you know, settle down. And then you went to have a big meal because you really were hungry.
And then?
And you know, whatever, you understand? So you never got a chance to sleep until 4 or 5 in the morning. And so it's always kind of stuck with me. You know.
Well, I'll tell you what, that is a weird existence. I mean, because when they told me that, I go, oh, my
But
God.
it's not a weird existence. It's just, you know, it's a little bit of reversed. I mean, I like the dawn. I like to see it coming up. Then I go to bed.
And the bed's already been messed up. You know, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
let's talk about the 20,000 women, okay? I contend that it had to be less than that.
Well, first of all...
And really, do you regret making that statement?
Well, let me say this to you first. There is a regret on making that statement because people are taking it the wrong way. I was talking about trying to explain to people how things were during my time as a young man in the early 60s and late 50s when contraceptives were, you know, made and invented for women, and sex was quite a thing that was going on during those particular days. So I said, how do I explain to people that I was truly involved? And anyone who read the book would have understood what I was trying to say, because in the very last few sentences of the book, I say, for every man who thinks that having 1,000 different women is really cool, I found out that having one woman 1,000 different times is really the thing to do. You understand? Thank you. But nobody picked up on that.
No.
They all want to pick up on the 20,000.
Well, because after they saw the 20,000, they put down the book and they'll go, man.
Everybody is really kind of into numbers, including yourself.
Right.
That's why many things that I did in the game of basketball, which I'm very, very proud of, whenever anyone sees me, they always say, oh, that's the man who scored 100 points. It's all about the numbers.
Yeah, but you know what's amazing?
Yeah.
You're one of the men who's into numbers.
Yeah,
you love numbers.
Oh, I
love stats.
No doubt about it. But let me say one thing. The regret for making the statement, this was my first book, I personally wrote it myself. The regret was for the women that I know and didn't know, that they would maybe brought down to be just a number.
But you didn't name names.
No, I didn't name names or get really personal. The point is they were never a number. They were someone very, very close to me, no matter how short the time is.
And you would never name names.
No, it might short time. People think that maybe in order for something to be respectful, it has to go for a long, long while.
Right.
Well, how many relationships out there, or marriages out there, or anything but be respectful? So time is not the reason that makes things good.
But you would never name names, and I respect it.
No, not at all. No.
Give us one star, maybe. Can you give us one? Give us somebody. Come on, you know what I mean. Everybody's had somebody.
Yeah,
Did you ever sleep with somebody that was more famous than you?
Well, that's a relative term. Whether you're on top or on the bottom, I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's talk about some numbers.
Yeah, right.
You won 2 world championships.
Right.
Okay? Now, people are going to say, well, you know what? He had a lot of stats and this and that. Now, Michael Jordan and you, for a while, went back and forth. I think there's a mutual respect after you guys met and stuff like that. I contend Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player who ever lived. I would put you number 2, only because you only won 2 championships. He played below the rim, and you basically played above the rim.
I thought Michael was known for playing above the rim.
He shoots now the jump shots. He's going to win 5 world championships, and you had players on your team that you could have won more.
I have a friend of mine. I have a friend of mine who I talk to about once a week. You know what he says about Michael's 4 championships? He doesn't say anything about it. Because he has 11.
Bill Russell. But this is amazing.
And you don't, wait a minute, and you don't say he's the greatest because he has 11 championships. Casey Jones has 10. I don't think, you can predicate how great a guy really is or because he has championships. There's a lot of guys on those championship teams who've done nothing. Michael happens to be, if you want to say Michael's the greatest, I think he deserves all the accolades that you really want. I think the man has done more for basketball than any one individual.
Even you?
Any one individual. And I'm also saying, too, for those players out there today who maybe don't quite respect Michael as they should, almost all of them should be giving about 10% of their salaries to Michael. Because they, that's who they owe it to. You understand?
And 10% more maybe to Wilt.
Right? No, really. You understand? I mean, right. And he, if you read my book, which I hope we're going to talk about.
We're going to talk about when we come back.
Okay. If you read my book, you will understand that I say a great many things about Michael. But one of the things I say about Michael that I truly believe in is that when the man steps on the court, you're going to get 100% from Michael Jordan, and that's all you can ask for from any athlete.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about Wilt's book, we'll talk about Bill Russell, and what's ahead for Wilt Chamberlain live at Hollywood Casino. Yeah! Woo!
We set out to discover this great big country of ours. We found the biggest sky in Montana, the biggest oranges in Florida. We even saw Bigfoot. And the biggest name in television, Mitsubishi, right here at the Little Guys. The biggest sports, the biggest movies, and the biggest entertainment. Mitsubishi, the world's only family of 40-inch big tube televisions. It's sure big with our family. The Little Guys, 184th and Halstead, where Glenwood meets Homewood.
They just reel off an 18-yard run. He goes, oh, that's a break for the Packers, and it's offsetting. No, it isn't, knucklehead. They gained
Same score station, new score location, now 24 hours a day. The Score, Sports Radio 1160.
Live from Hollywood Casino, Mike North with the great Wilt Chamberlain. And now we got to do some business. Wilt, how many TV shows do you do? You do basically maybe the ESPN show up close?
And that's about it.
And this is the only other one you've done? Give him a hand for coming out. Well, Wilt Chamberlain's got a book, and it's called Who's Running the Asylum? Inside the Insane World of Sports Today. This picture looks like it was taken about 10 years ago. He's a lot younger here. Take a look at the cover of this book.
Picture was taken about 3 months ago.
Okay, a lot of makeup. A lot of makeup. Now, here's a special thing about this book. It's 1995 to read about the second greatest basketball player who ever lived. Take it easy.
Yeah.
But the only way you can get this book, Who's Running the Asylum, we're going to talk about the number now. We're also going to flash it on the screen at the end of the show. You order it at 1-800-280, and this is easy, 1776. 1-800-280-1776. You call up, you put your order in. Who's running the asylum? Wilt Chamberlain. That's who's running the damn asylum here. Now, the proceeds. I like this. I always like a portion of the proceeds.
No, in most cases, all the portions.
All the portion?
All the proceeds that are not, you know, things that we have already spent for are going to, you know,
going to charities.
Worthy causes, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I thought maybe.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to make a dime all off of you.
I thought maybe the ceiling that opens up in the mansion broke and you need some extra dough. No. We'll get back to what's the book entail basically? Because you wrote one book already.
Yeah, the book really is about illuminating a lot of the problems that we're now having in sports, which also mirror with society. But the point of the book is to try to let people know what we can do about them and how we all can help.
All right, now, as far as the book is concerned, did you write this one yourself or did you have some help?
All by myself.
What do you do, sit at a typewriter?
No, I can't
like
even
a goof, just typing away?
No, I do longhand writing. After I do longhand, I have it transcribed into a tape, and tape into a typewriter. Yeah, it's a whole process. I've never learned how to type, but I'm going to learn starting maybe in about a week or two.
Okay, how old a man are you now? Just answer the damn question. Don't worry about it.
Oh, God.
Come on.
I'm 61. But
61 years old.
Right. You know?
Could you?
Yeah.
If Luke Longley went down tomorrow, the center of the Bulls, could you play for the Bulls, and how many minutes a game could you play? With Michael and Scotty.
First of all, why wait till Luke Longley go down? Why wait? And playing with Michael and Scotty, I think a cripple could play with Michael and Scotty. You understand? So I don't see a problem there. No, not at all. No, I try.
Could you come back?
I keep myself in great physical shape. The game of basketball is very, very demanding. But here's what would help me today. They have so many damn commercials through the course of a game. You only get a chance to play for about a minute at a time.
Right.
So I can handle that for sure.
What did you guys used to have? Maybe 2 or 3 commercial breaks?
2 or 3 commercials during a whole game almost. And the commercial was 1 minute long. So that's why, you know, you only get these scores of 67 points and so on and so forth, because guys don't even get them down the court very much anymore because, hey, Cleveland averaged 68 shots a game. Okay. That's this season. 68
you took
shots
one game all the time.
I took almost that many myself when I won one game. Right.
As far as playing, you think, now you've slimmed down. I mean, what was your playing weight with the Lakers, for instance, near the end of your career?
None of your business.
Come on. Come on, Wilt. About 275, 280?
No. My playing weight is around 300, 310.
And how much you weigh now?
I don't know, maybe 270.
Are you retired? I mean, did you retire right after basketball, basically?
I went right into volleyball. I played professional volleyball actually longer than I played basketball. I kind of helped to get volleyball started in this great country of ours. And I played professional volleyball for about 15 years.
How much cash were you raking in from that, though? Not much.
Oh, yeah, a whole lot. Because
was there appearance fees?
We started, yeah, there was appearance fees, yeah. Really. But it was for love. You keep thinking about, you know, cash.
Then why did you ask for money?
What? I gotta like gas in the car, those kind of
little
things.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Just important stuff.
Yeah, right.
What kind of car do you drive? Do you drive a Rolls?
I know, in most cases I ride a horse.
Down Wilshire Boulevard?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
No, seriously, Artis Gilmore, when he played for the Bulls, he had a Rolls Royce, and he had the front seat taken out. He drove from the back seat.
Yeah.
What kind of car could you drive?
I've heard that one. I drive everything. You know, like I did ads for 4.5 years, for 5 years for Volkswagen. So I used to drive a Volkswagen for 4 years.
Would you put a hole in the Beetle and just stand above it and just drive like this?
Yeah, sounds good. So, you know, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Wilt had the first 4 seats taken out of the minivan. He rolled from the back. We're going to take a break.
Yeah, I have a motto: where there's a Wilt, there's a way. That's why.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
We come back. We'll wrap it up with Wilt Chamberlain, live from Hollywood Casino, Sports Channel.
For the things your car does for you, you depend on it to pull you through.
There's nothing too good for your car. From the highway to the city scene, it's crystal clear Amoco Ultimate. Yes, sir.
Crystal Clear Amoco Ultimate for people who care about their cars.
They just reel off an 18-yard run. He goes, oh, that's a break for the Packers, and it's offsetting. No, it isn't, knucklehead. They gained 18
Same
yards.
score station, new score location, now 24 hours a day. The Score, Sports Radio 1160.
Just look at these guys. Hey, would you rather look at the Cubs' batting average lately? Close for Mr. North and Mr. Suntress, courtesy of Your Direct Fine Men's Clothing in Bensonville. Hotel accommodations provided by the O'Hare Hilton. Travel provided by Tower Tickets. For all your entertainment ticket needs, here, there, and everywhere, call 312-454-1300.
All right, we're back. Live at Hollywood Casino, Mike North and Wilt Chamberlain. And before we go, 1-800-280-1776 for the book. Who's running the asylum? And Wilt, I got to ask you, what's ahead of you? I mean, you're 61 years old. What, are you going to go just sit in a lawn chair and watch things happen? Or what's next? You're going to write a couple more books?
I never know what's around the next corner until I get there.
Okay.
But I'm ready to go no matter whatever it is.
So if the Bulls called you tomorrow and said, we need you next year.
I'm ready to go no matter whatever it is.
Could you average 17, 18 rebounds in today's game?
Why not? I mean, why not? If Rodman can, I got on one of Rodman's jackets, I'm ready.
Beautiful. Now, is there anything you want to ask me?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know that basketball is a team game.
Right.
And you've already made Michael number 1. Mm-hmm. But if you had to have Wilt against Michael, my prime and his prime, how much money would you be willing to bet?
Wow. You think you could have beaten Michael in your prime? He would take you outside. He'd shoot from the three-point arc. Then you'd try to come out and get him. He'd dribble around you.
I run the 109.5. I have a 52 vertical, bench press almost 600 pounds. Michael would probably be going
Wait a
to the
minute,
basket.
600 pounds?
600 pounds.
I think you're exaggerating. You're out of your mind.
We all exaggerate a little bit, but in this case, I'm going the other way.
I'll tell you what, Wilt, thanks so much for coming to Chicago, being on our show. I appreciate it very much. Give him a hand.
Thank you.
Next week, our guest will be Hawk Harrelson, live at Hollywood Casino. Take care, everybody. Good night. Wilt Chamberlain.
Tonight's guest will receive a box of cigars from Goodfellas Cigar Shop in Chicago, a gift certificate from world-famous Henry K. Jewelers in Water Tower, a Chicago Bulls NBA playoff security blanket, a 20-inch Mitsubishi TV from Little Guys Home Electronics in Glenwood, dinner for 2 at Pasta in Edison Park, a week stay at the Chicago Cup Clinic for the Hitting Challenged, a gift certificate from Your Direct Fine Men's Clothing in Bensonville, and a Darnell Autry Chicago Bears makeover kit. Transportation for our guests provided by Van Gogh Limousine Service, more than just a ride. Promotional consideration provided by the O'Hare Hilton, and Tower Tickets for all your entertainment ticket needs here, there, and everywhere. 312-454-1300. This has been a Licorice Limited production.